whatever's coming your way, pleasant, unpleasant, whatever.
Luangpor. I have some injuries in my neck and shoulder, resulting in nagging pain and discomfort at those areas, distracting my focus from breathing in and out. Shall I use pain as the meditation object or just ignore it? Please advise. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
I think you could probably say both. You have to experiment. If the pain is very strong, intense, and your mindfulness is not very strong, don't try to be focusing your mind on the pain. It'll probably be overwhelming. It'll just make you very depressed, unhappy at that time, miserable, and you may start to associate meditation with being miserable. Because every time you've got pain, you start putting attention on that pain. You just say, oh, meditation means pain. I don't want to meditate. So maybe at first just focus as much as you can on your meditation object, such as the breath. So basically ignore the pain if you can, as much as you can. Go to the breath, ignore the pain. That's a general instruction there. But sometimes you also need to manage your attitude, because the pain will keep coming back, of course, it impinges on you. So one thing is also to reflect on your attitude. You observe how you may be forming aversion to the pain. So there's the pain itself, the feeling, and then there's the mind that goes, I don't like this, don't want this. You start to sort of sigh, all your reactions to the pain. Watch that. And ask yourself, where's this coming from? Is this necessary? Do I have to also think a lot of negative thoughts about my pain? Because we all like to kind of create a drama in our life about every little problem. So if it's pain, my pain, I am the one with pain. And, if nobody's talking to you or you're walking around and I'm the one with pain, you know how much pain I've got. And then when they do talk to you, it all comes, the pain. I seem to remember when I was a kid, there was some character who would walk around in a cartoon or something, the pain, the pain. We like to make a big deal out of it. That's just the mind adding on. There's the painful feeling, and then what we think about it, opinion, and all of that. That's something you may be able to address quite quickly. Try to bring a more mature attitude that, okay, pain is unpleasant, sure, it's always unpleasant, but I'm going to just try and stick with my meditation practice, accept the pain, tolerate it, and not create any add-ons, any extras around this pain. That's what I began doing, because I had lots of pain when I began meditation. I could only sit for 3 minutes. I was so disappointed with my body. Who gave me this body? And I often mention that I had a close girlfriend who could sit full lotus. And she could sit full lotus as long as she wanted. She was so agile, she could even walk up a staircase in full lotus. And then come down again, and she could do tricks and all this, and it's like, where's the justice in that? She's not interested in meditation, but she can sit in full lotus. I'm the one who's the meditator, I have faith in the Buddha, I'm going to do it, I'm going to get enlightened this lifetime, and I can sit for 3 minutes. And that's not even in full lotus, it's half lotus. It's like, I'm such a failure. So I spent my first year meditating, struggling with a body that was very painful, but I just kept working at it. And because I was young, when you're young, there's more chance for your body to adjust, get used to the posture, stretch the limbs, and the ligaments, and tendons, stretch. So after a year or two, I could sit longer, and gradually I improved over the years, which was lucky for me. But while I had all this pain, it was really impinging on my aim was always to go to the breath. And I noticed what helped me put up with the pain more was developing a good attitude. We say developing metta for the pain, for yourself, for the fact that you have to experience this pain. You know, it's a human body. Human bodies are painful. More or less, they'll give you pain sooner or later. So accept it with a good attitude. When you're a bit more mindful, you practice more, and you're getting more stable, more peaceful, well then yes, you can then maybe go to the breath as go to the pain as an object and explore it. So instead of trying to stay with the breath, now you can maybe stay with the breath a bit, you feel more calm, more relaxed, send your attention to wherever this pain is. Headaches, leg aches, knee, back pain. Send your attention there and explore the pain. That can mean sometimes just asking questions, just sitting there, mindful, aware. You send your attention to wherever that pain is. You say, what is this pain? Whose is it? Who owns this pain? Is it a person? Is it a being? Where is it? Is it in the bone, the skin, the blood? How big is this pain? Is it the whole leg? One part of the leg? Is it a pinprick? Spreading out? Is it always the same? There's one really weird meditation I had once in the early days when I had intense knee pain. And I was just focusing on it. I just gave up everything. I'm just going to focus on this pain until I can somehow understand it better and let go of my attachment to the pain. And I was focusing on it intensely. It was really hard work. I was sweating, I was sitting, watching this pain. And suddenly it disappeared. I thought, oh man, because you hear about this, you hear about the person who has pain and then it disappears. And you go, oh, breakthrough. And then the exact same pain came on the other leg. It's like swapped. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't understand it. How can it be like that? My other leg had never given me pain, never been a problem. And suddenly there was this intense pain over here. And over here where the original pain was gone. It's like, you know, nature is messing with me or playing with me or something. So I watched it over there, and eventually that faded as well, and then it started again. But what I was working with more was my frustration. You know, you get frustrated, tired, mentally agitated, negative thoughts, feel sorry for yourself, poor me, you've got all this pain, etc. You just have all your moods and reactions to this stuff. That's what you can maybe let go of quite quickly once you're watching your mind. The pain may go, it may not. Of course, if you really enter one point in the stillness of samadhi, the pain will go for a period of time, however long. So you get a relief, so it's like a rest from the pain, and it also gives you that real insight that pain is impermanent. It's disappeared and you're still sitting there. Definitely impermanent, definitely not self. And be warned, because you can enter a nice peaceful state of samadhi and then you come out and it's, oh, all the pain is there. But you still have a body and you're still there, except you come out of samadhi and maybe you're in so much pain you can't even get up. That's me anyway, that's me, my body is like that. So then you really have to be very careful. You can get up, fall over, everyone knows about your legs go to sleep, your legs feel pain. But actually, once you've got up, you'll notice it nearly always disappears, doesn't it? As soon as you stand up, walk away, you forget your pain and you're thinking about something else. You go to the kitchen, it's food. You meet your friends, it's talking to your friends. 5 minutes before, this pain was like the worst thing in your life. It was like the end of the world. I can't stand it anymore. I hate meditation. 5 minutes later, you're talking to your friend and you've forgotten all about it. So keep the mindfulness going. Just watch that change. Watch how you move into distraction. Now you go for something enjoyable. It's understandable why you do that, of course. You go for food or talk to a friend or something else to distract you, something enjoyable. But don't completely lose your mindfulness. What? Oh, the painful feeling I had just then is gone. It's impermanent. I had to move because of the pain, okay. That's teaching you something about how we use posture to escape painful feelings, and how painful feelings themselves are impermanent. What's impermanent is not a self, a being, a person. It's just a phenomenon. It's an experience that comes up, how you feel at that time in your body, and then it goes. Usually we learn more about our body first, and then as your mindfulness and understanding improves, then you can maybe apply it to mental pain, the hurt of not getting what you want, the hurt of being misunderstood, criticized, the hurt of somebody blaming you, hurting you, bullying you, giving you a hard time, all the different things that give us mental pain. Same, you have to gently, when you're more mindful, so when you've got a little bit of mindfulness and calm there, then you start investigating. Why do I feel so bad about something that happened 10 years ago, for example? How much we carry memories, and then each time that memory comes up, it triggers the same painful feeling. It's not usually as bad as sort of strong physical pain, but it's still very strong emotional pain. And if it keeps coming up, you may become very depressed, very sad, perhaps. You can investigate that. The mental pain, sadness, anguish, depression. Investigate it and see how it's you clinging to a certain perception. This thing happened, it's bad, ruined my life, it's sad. But if it's in the past, like last week, last year, 10 years ago, you don't currently have to suffer over it. If you're mindful enough, you go, okay, this thing happened, but it's over, it's finished. I don't have to keep suffering. If you can establish mindfulness each time the memory comes up, as you experience the mental pain, you apply the mindfulness and some understanding. Gradually you'll suffer less with that painful memory or painful reaction that you might have. You learn both physical pain, mental pain, and learning how to establish mindfulness, see it as impermanent, as not self, letting go.
Luangpor. Can Luangpor suggest to a layperson the way to success in the practice of meditation, and how good merits if he or she, and how good merits will affect the success of practicing meditation?
Yeah, good question. Sort of simple answer is just do it a lot. Why do we find meditation difficult? Because we haven't done it a lot. We've done a little bit. You do something a little bit and we only get a little bit of results, a little bit of peace, a little bit of insight. So do it more. That's probably the first thing you have to understand and accept. The problem in life nowadays is so full of activities, so busy. Everyone's so busy. When you're young, you've got studies, and you've got to get a job, you've got relationships, and you've got this, and you've got that, and then instead of going and developing meditation, we usually spend our time enjoying things, traveling, having fun. So we don't do much meditation. We don't prepare ourselves. Few people do, but most don't. Then as you get older or more responsibilities, start buying things, houses, cars, and you get debts, and then you have take on a partner maybe, either get married or in a relationship. Then what happens? You'll start to have kids. You want want to get on a meditation, don't have kids. You can have kids, but you have to be very disciplined if you're going to develop meditation. You've got to wait till they've gone to bed, then you do your meditation. You've got to get up early, do your meditation. But I know so many mums and dads, they're sitting there at 6 a.m. doing their meditation and they're just getting peaceful, and then Mom! Running in, jump all over them. I've had it with my nephews, they're just sitting there getting nice and peaceful. They used to call me Uncle Kalyano. It's Kalyano, but they call me Kalyano. So at 6:30, door flies open, Uncle Kalyano! That's kids, isn't it? So be careful, be warned. What usually happens, you have this 20-year gap while you're dealing with your kids, and then you go back to say, oh, the kids have grown up, left home, now we'll go to the meditation. All your energy's gone, you're giving it to your kids and work and everything. Best of all is continuous practice, regular practice. Even if you've got kids, job, debts, all of this, just keep at least a little bit of time every day for meditation. Do it. Get into that habit. The hardest part of meditation is starting. You have to make that agreement with yourself, sign your mental contract. I'm going to meditate every day. I would say a really easy one is just first thing in the morning. If you say, well, I'm too busy in the morning, well, just get up a little bit earlier. Whatever time you can, you get up earlier, meditate before you go out. And then maybe, if you can, or in place of that, you could do in the evening, when you've finished all your business. Some really smart people can do it in their lunch break. Some smart people, they drive to work, beat the traffic, go to work early, get into work, and meditate before they start their day. You've got so many options here, you have to think about how you can do a bit of meditation. And of course, when you've got a chunk of free time, or do retreats like this, 3 days, 7 days, 10 days, whatever you can find when you've got some free time. Do some meditation, or even once a week on your off day, do a bit of meditation, more substantial meditation. Go to a temple or a retreat place. There's really not much excuse for this other than your own doubts, hesitation, distraction. Because I've met many people who do lead busy lives, but they still integrate meditation and Dhamma into it. That's the first thing, just find time to do it, make the time. Second one, you're asking about what merits will help. Well, yeah, making merit helps. Merit is a quality the Buddha said, always develop merit. So merit means dana, as you know, and everyone loves to offer dana, support the Sangha, charity, helping family, friends. Nowadays even dogs and cats and monkeys. Everyone does dana. Okay, good. Keep doing it because it brings a lot of joy and you practice letting go, give up your time, your money. But don't stop there. Sila, 5 precepts. As I said earlier, everyone who wants to take a photo with me, that's the cost. 5 precepts. Not $5, 5 precepts. If you take a photo with me, you've got to commit to the 5 precepts, at least for a day. It's not very long. Commit for a year would be really good. 5 precepts, and occasionally 8 precepts like you're doing now. Get into the habit. These things you benefit through habit, through regular practice. This is merit. And then of course listening to Dhamma, reading Dhamma books, listening to Dhamma regularly. You can incorporate that in your life. You know, you get in the car, you can turn the Dhamma talk on. You don't have to listen to that music. You don't have to listen to the news or something more worldly. You come home, you don't have to watch your favorite soap opera. You can listen to a Dhamma talk. You have to make those choices. Get the Dhamma into your life in different ways. Associate with Dhamma practitioners. when the Devas asked the Buddha, what are the greatest blessings in life? Asevana cha balanam anditanam cha sevanam puja cha puja niyanam etam mangalam. Avoid foolish people, meaning people who don't practice the Dhamma, don't value the Dhamma, pursuing maybe more immoral or unwholesome pursuits. Associate with the wiser, good people who do practice the Dhamma, who value the Dhamma. You get good inputs, good reflection from them, good example from them. Puja cha puja niyana, worship and venerate those worthy of veneration. Buddha Dhamma Sangha, practitioners, lay practitioners as well as Sangha, lay people who keep precepts, meditate, practice. Give them value, give them priority in your life. Who do we venerate? Nowadays everyone venerates celebrities, politicians, nothing against anybody, any of these people, but in terms of Dhamma, possibly not the best examples. Venerate and hold up those people who are a good example, people who keep precepts and so on, because this will give you the right examples and guidelines to follow. There's plenty you can do as lay people to improve your practice.
Luangpor, how do I overcome drowsiness? Question 1. Question 2. In walking meditation, where do I look as I walk? Thank you, Luangpor.
In a way, the answer is the same for both. If you're drowsy, open your eyes. If you're walking meditation, keep your eyes open. One lady once came to the monastery and never done walking meditation before, and she assumed that when you stand up, you keep your eyes closed. And so she went out and bumped into something. Keep your eyes open when you walk. Ajahn Chadi said if you're really sleepy, you can do walking meditations backwards. You walk backwards, very slowly, carefully. Keep your eyes open, but you're walking backwards because you're wondering where you're going to get to. Maybe you have